anybody who wants to use a computer to pay bills online, to shop on QVC.com, to stream their videos and movies, to watch their consume their content, to perform basic daily operations. I mean, this is a computer that you're not going to emails. This is not going to go over your head. You don't have more than you need here. This is truly an everybody's laptop.
Yeah. And, you know, if you've got a student who maybe is saying, hey, you know, maybe they're in older elementary or they're in middle school or whatever, and you're not going to spend $1,000 on a computer for them because who knows, you know, what all's going to happen to it. This is the kind to get right here because it's still going to do a lot. The one thing I would say, though, is if they are a student at any age, you should get the Microsoft 365. Talk to us a little bit, first of all, about that Microsoft 365. Who needs that and who doesn't need that, Michael?
Sure. Good question, Mary Beth. So I say if you're going to use your machine for basic daily operations, and some of us just want to, like we said, just want to go on the internet, to shop, to watch movies, to email, that sort of thing. If you're not going to need to create any documents or access any documents, you may not need Microsoft 365, but they really do. The programs inside of the 365 suite are really made to enhance your life. They're not just for work. They're to make you more productive. So everything from Microsoft Word, which is your basic Word documents, to Microsoft Excel, which is your budgets, your spreadsheets. PowerPoint helps you create presentations. Comes with Skype, comes with Microsoft Teams. You know, we use that to communicate with one another more now than ever. We're using virtual connectivity, and that's going to be inside of the Microsoft suite as well. So I would say it really just kind of depends on what you're going to be doing and what your basic functionality is. But I'll tell you that I've made the mistake of buying it separately and not getting it with the laptop before and then end up paying a lot more. So it really is, you're not going to regret it.
Right. That's what I think too. Okay, let's kind of break it down into the fact that this has Windows 11, an Intel Core i3 processor. What would I need to know as far as speed and memory storage and that type of thing?
Sure. So good question, Mary Beth. Everybody always asks me, well, what do I need in a computer? And I kind of break it down and make it pretty simple. And I always say you need speed, you need storage, and you need a system. And without further ado, check this out. We have an Intel Core processor, little segue right there, right? With an Intel Core i3 processor, Intel UHD graphics. Without getting too much into the processor and what that does, it's basically simply the brains of your operation. It's the engine that makes this little guy go. Next up, we've got 4 gigs of RAM. Okay, that's random access memory. That means that just like in this little picture where I've got these different little slides open, different windows that you have open while you're surfing the web, while you're doing different operations in your machine, 4 gigs of RAM is going to allow you to multitask and to be able to do different things all at once. Oops, went in the wrong direction. Next, we have storage. This is really important. 128 gigs of storage. Now, some machines offer more, true, but with 128 gigs of storage, that's 2.5 million pages of documents, 30,000 pics, or over 100 full HD hours of movie. So plenty of storage all inside of this. That's not up in a cloud, that's right here.
Right.
And then lastly, we've got just a few fun features of this special, the IdeaPad 3. We've got a front-facing webcam, which I know we're going to talk about, Mary Beth. It's got a privacy shutter on it. We'll demo that. This is a full HD 14-inch display. So you've got a 14-inch monitor. I happen to really personally like a 14-inch monitor. Now, the $1,100, $1,200 laptops that you see that come in the metal frames, those are only 13-inch. This is a 14-inch. They go all the way up to 17 inches. But I think this is a great compact, you know, it's bigger than your phone. So it makes it easier to digest whatever you're watching or to use the screen on this a little bit better. Windows 11 Home, like you said, Mary Beth, that's your operating system. That's the latest from Windows. It's what you should have on your machine, and it comes along with this one. And then, like we said, it's got that Microsoft 365 option. So whether or not you want to include that, up to you. But again, like we said, you're not going to regret it if you do include it.
Yeah, especially when Microsoft 365 is valued at $70 and you're only paying $50 more to be able to get it on the computer. I want to remind you about the retail value. It only comes in silver, by the way. So it is silver, kind of a silver gray. That's what it looks like. And there's just the one color. Because a lot of times people, you know, I've heard people say, and I'm actually one of them that said it, was that I need a computer, but but I'm not going to spend a ton of money on it because I don't need it for anything fancy. I just want to do my email. I just want to do, you know, the basic things. I wanted to mention really quickly, with Microsoft 365, you can see it would purchase separately for $1,100. QVC's price, $399.98, and that's $80 a month on 5 monthly easy payments. Now, if you want to buy it without Microsoft 365, it just goes down by $50 at $349.98 or $70 a month. So it's simple, I think, to decide this. And if you have a Q card, you can actually put it on 9-month special financing. And if you think about it that way, you know, that's going to be probably about, I want to say, it's less than $50 a month. I mean, it's like $40, maybe between $40 and $50 a month on the more expensive one. Yeah, 38 and change or 41 and change, so it's right around there. But here's what I want you to know. Oh, 44 and change on the larger one, the more expensive one. But anyway, I want to get right to a couple other things, Michael, and that is this also has some things coming with it that I think are really important. And one of which is called Bigger Brains Learn Windows. It's a $295, almost $300 value for 1 year. But that to me allows you to learn what you need to learn about your computer and about Windows so that you can use it fully.
Totally true, Mary Beth. You know, I get the question a lot too. Well, I'm not real, you know, I'll hear, well, I'm not very techy, or I don't really know what Windows 11 does, or I don't really use everything that the machine has. Well, with Bigger Brains, which is included in the software voucher that you get with this bundle, it does have over 200 online courses where you're going to learn all of the tricks and bells and whistles. It'll help you be more productive. 200 award-winning video training courses, over 3,000 lessons. You learn about Windows, you learn about Microsoft Office, Teams, lots and lots of things, but it'll definitely help you get more productive if you're using it for, you know, if you're using your machine for work.
Yeah.
But if you just want to learn a little bit more about how to get all that you can out of your machine, well, Bigger Brains is going to help you learn.
And that's almost a $300 value that we include.
Yeah.
Here's the other really cool thing, and QVC tends to do things like this, where we throw in something that is just something you wouldn't necessarily think about. And there's actually a voucher to get a blanket. Tell us about that and show us your blanket.
I knew you were going to say show. I was going to say I have to. So I'm not just going to tell you, Mary Beth. I'm going to show you. This is really cool. With the software voucher, just like you said, you do get to upload images, your own personal images, and create your own 50 by 60 inch fleece. Look at Murphy and look at Bocce and me and the friends. These are my pictures, and I got to make this, and now I get to keep this. But yeah, you get that with the software voucher too. A 50 by 60 soft, cozy fleece.
Awesome.
Why not, right?
Yeah, exactly. And then let's talk a little bit about the Hotspot Shield Premium. That's almost a $100 value. And what does that mean?
Sure. So Hotspot Premium is going to allow you to send information from your computer through what's called a virtual private network. Basically, it's almost as if you have a tunnel from your computer to a network so that the bad guys can't get your information. It's all about keeping you safe.
Yep.
It's all about keeping your information in your hands and not in the wrong hands. So Hotspot Premium is going to allow you to send information from your machine a little bit more safely.
And see, all those things make a difference. You can walk into a lot of stores out there and, you know, they can say, oh, we got a really cheap one over here, you know, or inexpensive one over here. But you don't know what it has and what it doesn't have. And QVC knows what you should have. And so not only are you getting a great price, but you're getting these other things that are going to enhance your experience with this computer. I mean, that's what it's all about. When you spend the money for a computer, you want to have a really good experience with it. You want to be able to use it every single day, several times a day. You want to have it for entertainment and you want to have it for productivity. Let's go to the camera thing, because this also has a neat feature on, you know, it was a while back, but people started worrying about the camera on their computers, that people were being able to see through that even if you weren't using the camera. And nowadays, you really want to have that kind of peace of mind. Tell me about that.
Sure. So Lenovo created on their laptops a privacy shutter, so that when you have your front-facing camera on your laptop, you've got a 720p front-facing webcam. They put this little privacy shutter on here, right there where your finger is, Mary
Yeah.
Beth. You just slide it closed, and yeah, it keeps you from having to put something up to block your webcam. I think it's really just a very, very smart idea. I only see this on Lenovo computers.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just closes your shutter so that nobody can see in when you don't want them to. And when you're done, if you're done with your Teams call or your Skype or whatever you're doing is over, you just close that up. And it's just, again, about that added a feeling of safety and security.
And it has a little red dot on it, so you know it's closed, or you can open it up and then the red dot goes away. Let's just do this in a nutshell. We've got a minute and a half left, Michael. Remind everybody why this is a great computer to buy and who should buy it.
Sure. So again, Mary Beth, Lenovo is one of my favorite brands that I get to bring to QVC. A multi-award-winning company, been in the game for a long time. IBM computers are what are inside of Lenovo computers. So if you haven't purchased one before, don't worry, because they've been in the game for a very, very long time. This is an incredible value. I mean, to get a fully functioning computer home that has plenty of storage, that has plenty of speed from a trusted brand with all the fun features, not only do you get the blanket, but the value that you get with this deal especially is just out of this world. And like you said earlier, it's not just, this is not the most advanced machine out there. So you don't have, this is not for somebody, like you said, your son, who's, editing full length features or, somebody's is a very, very technical person. They would probably want to go with something a little bit more advanced, but this is the everyday machine.
Exactly
perfect
right.
for all of your daily uses.
People like me. Hey, by the way, don't forget to go on QVC.com and QVC Plus and watch Holly and the Hot Chocolate, because that's our first ever movie that QVC has made. Michael, thank you so much.
My pleasure, Mary Beth. Thanks so much.
Take care. Now, we've also got another way that you can charge up your phones if you want to. We're going to talk about that in a second, but let me update you on the